here even, you can find that, okay, well, I can at least take 1 or 2 extra turrets per game and slowly learn off of that.
Yep. We are able to get in game now. About 30-40 seconds in.
Yeah, I'm sitting in here as well. I'm at 50. Oh, my pause
51.
51. Yep.
Yep.
Great.
All right.
We're
So we're
synced up.
good. Yep. Yeah, that's actually a great thing, because a lot of people are just saying they don't look. They just say, oh well, we got a kill. So all right, cool. And they're like, I need to buy stuff. Like, where are you going with that kill after? Do you get vision? Do you get a turret? Do you get a dragon? Think about something.
Right.
And the smallest thing you should be getting is vision. If you say, we can't, this is not safe for us to do anything, they're going to be up soon, fine, go get vision somewhere. Get vision for something that you could take in the future in the next 3 minutes or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another game that I used to play for a long time. It's called Go. It's that 19 by 19 wooden board with black and white stones. And in that game, one of the key questions that you should ask yourself as a player, and I think it's completely relevant for League of Legends, is what's the biggest thing that I could be doing on the board or on the map? Right? What is the most amount of value I can get right now in this present situation on the map? And if you're able to answer that question effectively over and over, you're going to eventually be more efficient than the other team or the other player in the game of Go. And so asking yourself, okay, is it worth it for me to stay up here and kill this top laner over and over and over again? Well, no, probably not. The biggest thing to do maybe would be to go bottom, get the turret, and get your bottom lane fed or something. So players need to understand these macro strategies that might help them win more games of League of Legends, especially when you have a threat that you're really good at mechanically.
So we got the Ryze in the top against the Galio. The Ryze does not have teleport, so as they're talking about, who's going to do what globally, most likely not going to really be able to do too much as Ryze. His ultimate is only a very short range for probably the first 2 ranks at least, and not going to be able to get to many fights, but we'll see how it turns out, especially being into Galio. That's probably not the best and not what you're looking for.
I'm actually not sure about this matchup. So Ryze does magic damage, and Galio gets a giant shield from his W, but I don't know if Galio is going to max W second here against that Ryze. I think it'll be smart, and we'll see what he starts maxing second. If Galio does get the shield, I think even then the Ryze is able to DPS that down. But again, I'm not really 100% sure about that matchup.
First scan coming in. Sejuani gonna get down here. Gonna look to land a stun right after the anti-stun. Gonna hit that bola. Gonna get flash. There's gonna be an ignite. Auto. Probably not. Oh boy, that was close. And yeah, probably not needed to flash auto, but it's gonna be close.
Greedy from the Karma, not flashing early there, disrespecting the Sedge engage for the chain CC. So it's one of those situations, and it happens over and over again, and I really wish League players just learn from their mistakes. How many times have you been CC'd like that and flash late and been killed? Just blow the flash. It's fine. You're like, yeah, you're going to be behind the flash, but now you're behind a flash and you gave a kill and assist over. So in that situation, I think she really needed to...
Oh, Sona out of position. Gonna get flayed. Death Sentence gonna land. The Ezreal trading back the damage onto the Xayah. She's gonna flash out with Ignite on her though, and good job, Thresh doing a very good job here blocking these Qs there. But yeah, you're right, 100%. Oh man, this is not over. Wow, wow. Okay, so he just allowed him to be poked. Xayah, don't block it. You're at half HP, you know.
Xayah could have blocked or healed. She didn't want to. That's a misplay from Xayah, in my opinion. Yeah, Thresh got poked out, but...
Oh, flash, Q! Gonna pick it up, as we were saying about that matchup.
Yeah.
Warwick showing top really, really early into the game here. That's pretty good by him. Wow, and then now Xayah's gonna die in bot lane, get killed by the Sona. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of poor decision making here on both sides, which is very weird because I just said in mid. What's the worst case scenario, right? You flash and you get out. Oh man, I lost my flash. But if you get hit by that CC and then you flash, you've already been chunked out. You have to recall anyway.
Right.
Why not just use it?
Yep. That's just greed. But the thing is, a lot of League players, this has happened to them. They don't, especially as a plat player, you've played enough games where you know that's a thing. Like, you're gonna get chain CC'd by that comp. especially as a mid laner, you should be walking into the game thinking, okay, who's their jungler, who's their mid? Oh, it's a Sedge Annie. That's a CC chain. I need to make sure I don't get started up in that CC chain and avoid it, and she doesn't. And so it ends up not only in first blood, but also a summoner skill down. Yeah, Annie had a flash for it too, but she gets to have first blood. That's a huge advantage for the Annie in this lane.
Especially when you're playing Karma and you have Ignite instead of something that is probably a lot safer for you.
I personally like Ignite mid. I like killing the other.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Ignite fan. Doesn't matter who is there. Vel'Koz, I just like having it. I mean, in the end, it just comes down to playing better.
Warwick landing the fear. They're going to get that. Oh, man, the overlay of CC, just like you were saying there. No flash for her. The root landing and the fear. Warwick is putting in work right now.
He is helping these players, especially from the early deficit and failures that they had in their lanes. Galio overextending without vision there and really helping out that top lane and now the mid lane as well.
Wow, Galio going all in there. Gonna trade back all that damage.
Yeah, it looks like he did pick up not only Doran's ring, but also the Dark Seal in order to help them recover from the Corrupting Potion that he has. That's a really common itemization for a lot of top laners, the Corrupting Potion into Dark Seal, because of the fact that you're always going to have potions this game. The Dark Seal helps with 25% from healing of those potions, making it a bit more effective. Especially against Ryze, because he needs to, Galio needs to either poke with a Q or take the full DPS chain from Ryze. So I think it's really smart.
Sona poking again.
Yeah, this Ezreal Sona duo bottom lane is going to be really good at poking. As long as they can avoid the all-in, they're going to always have more damage against them.
Ignite going down onto Xayah. The auto attack's going to land. The Ignite might take her down. No, she's going to live. Warwick gonna miss his ult. Infinite Duress. The flash fear gonna hit though. Not gonna have enough damage though, I think, to take him down. Xayah not able to assist here. Gonna come back in, but Warwick gonna pick up one. Gonna trade it back. Ezreal going to pick up a triple kill, it looks like. He's running a red buff in the autos. Gonna pick it up. Is it? Misses True Shot Barrage? No, he is not. Oh, the flash. Wow. As we were saying that, a fight happening in top lane as well. It looked like Ryze getting bullied pretty hard.
Under his own turret, yeah. So the mechanical level in this game, not as high as the other game.
Oh, and of course, he stays around to get the minion wave and dies as Ezreal walks up and Qs him. Wow. EQ, done.
Yeah, yep.
Wow. Okay, Sun coming in there. Oh my goodness, Sejuani's back, guys. Gonna get the second one. Oh my god. And it goes over to the Annie properly.
So part of the reason I don't like that ward that Karma put on the top bush is that it doesn't see that gank, that really common gank path for the Sejuani. So she ends up warding and it has no value because Sejuani just walks around it. So I really don't like that position of the ward there. And I think that becomes really important for a lot of high elo players to make sure you put it in a place where you can actually see the jungler coming. And so Karma obviously wasn't getting really pushed in. She needed to put that a little bit more defensively in order to make sure that she doesn't get yanked from the side like that. And she does and ends up getting killed for it.
And the only solace you take away from that, as I'm saying this, the Warwick comes in again to try and get another kill. He's going to get hit with a stun here. I don't think...
Kill her.
Oh, there we go. That's a flash coming in. Galio ultimate going to drop in. He's got his hero's entrance out. And that's going to be that. So the only solace that she has there is that it didn't go over to the Annie and went to the Sejuani. But keep it up like that and you're going to get another one going to the Annie in a second.
It's still, I mean, a lot of gold for the Annie and a lot of pressure to have in that lane. I'm not really sure why Annie flashed her. I think she forgot she had a Galio on her team and flashed the Galio ult.
Maybe she was scared of the Galio.
I don't know why she flashed there. Yeah, anyways, she flashed, so she doesn't have it.
Brush is hanging out in that bottom brush down there. I don't know what he was doing, but he's not low.
Yeah, and it looks like Xayah and Thresh are also calling for help. They see that they're getting poked on the turret.
True Shot Bra is going to hit. Dark Passage actually going to save her just enough. Soda going to kill her with Crescendo. And it looks like this bot lane is just basically going to do whatever they want.
Yeah, the Thresh looks like he's sort of resigned himself from the game here, being absolutely terrified of the Sona Ezreal now. Can't really step forward, can't really do Thresh things by being aggressive.
Rise is keeping Galio on the backside of this one. And
he's out of position.
That's a taunt that's going to land. A little bit of damage going to come out. Going to try and trade it back, but Rise doesn't need too much mana to do what Rise does. All right. Woo. Close one, Galio. Close one.
Yeah, he's also out of charges of his corrupting potion here. I think he's chugging his last one, and so Rise looks like he's going to push out the wave and probably back himself so that he can go by, but he's still 20 CS behind. Even though he has that kill, it's basically an even lane here because of that CS differential.
Yeah, he is gonna finish his catalyst here, which is not too bad. One of the biggest problems that I'm seeing with choice of summoners is that for Rise in most of the early game, you just kind of want to be hanging out and farming up, get your Roa, get your tier going, and before you even looking to fight anybody. And yes, you have Ghosts, but that's one of the reasons that people take Storm Raiders so that they get a nice little speed burst when they need it. I don't know if being in top lane and then playing Rise with Ghosts is the way to go, but we'll see. We'll see if it pays off later.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird matchup. Again, I haven't seen this matchup before, and I was actually taking a look at the gold while you were talking about that. Galio is actually ahead because of his 30 CS lead. He's actually ahead by about 300 gold. Just got to base, and he has 1,100 in his pocket. Let's see what he spends that on. He actually, I believe, bought the Catalyst there for the extra HP. Not really sure what he's going to build with that. We'll have to see.
There's going to be a Dark Passage gank. He missed the Flame, misses the death sentence, but it still looks like he's going to try and get it. Oh, Infinite Duress going to tie him up. Going to get rooted by the Blade Caller. And Warwick going to be able to do a lot here. The Flash Flay going to come in. He's going to take it. Sona, Crescendo going out. Ignite. They're overcommitted, and Nazaya's getting the wave. Going to trade 1-for-1. Zaya full HP, not diving.
Really unfortunate for the Ezreal there. Sona got her ultimate maybe about 5 seconds after he died, and so they needed to play a little bit further back and wait for that to come up there. That's a huge CC that they were missing from that fight that could have saved the Ezreal, but they stepped a little bit too far forward.
So Juani gonna look to pick up. Oh my goodness, True Shot Barrage gonna make sure he gets that.
Oh, and then luckily goes over to the Ezreal.
Yep, goes over to the Ezreal. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I believe he was the last one to make contact against the Thresh, and so because of it, the minions killed Thresh there, so Ezreal ends up getting credit for that.
That's pretty good, actually. Works out. That's probably the best case scenario.
Yeah, not so bad considering that he had to give up a kill there. Sedge, I believe, didn't have to blow any ult, so he gets to come back.
Warwick coming in from the backside here. Pops his W, gets the fear. Karma going to look to tie her up, but not going to get that. She's going to get stunned in place, but Warwick's still going to get it. And this Warwick, flashes out, and Rise almost runs back into the queue from Galio. Winds of War.
Warwick is doing all of the work in this game. I believe Cho'Gath and Recovery have 6 kills, and he's the reason for all 6 of them.
And Warwick showing at top. Sejuani looking to come back here. Ghost's gonna get used. Galio gonna get dropped down, and Zaya almost catches the Sona, but gonna get bursted out. Heal is gonna pop off though. Oh, there's not gonna be enough. You're gonna need another route. Sejuani looking to turn it around, gonna get feared. And Warwick saves the day again.
He's doing a lot of work this game. I think he's really helping out, being in the right places at the right time. Definitely a strong jungler, and really good at being in the right places to apply that pressure that we were talking about at the end of last game and at the beginning of this game. He's looking at, okay, well, bottom's really pushing in. Who needs a little bit of help right now? I need to go top. Okay, let's go top and deal with this giant Galio. We'll see if we can get some kills or assists onto the Rise. And I think that's really good decision making. Now what he wants to do is, okay, I focus top a little bit. Dragon is still up. I want to come bottom and get this.
Okay, and Warwick again, as the Thresh lands an easy death sentence, picks that one up. I don't know what was the Sona doing there?
I'm not sure. I think she was warding.
Flash all in. Karma with the shield. Dark Passage. Gonna get the heal off of her W. She did mantra that. Galio gonna all in again. Onto the Rise. Get a bunch of damage down. Rise just gonna root him up, walk away. Do absolutely no damage to him. As we were talking about, MR coming in.
Interesting map movement here. Sejuani's moving up top side. We're going to have a 2v2 with Surprise Thresh being up here.
Surprise! Hook gonna land onto the Galio. He's not gonna have turret though. The stun's gonna land. Sejuani. Oh, is there gonna be a root? No, the root is not on time. Still on cooldown. Oh boy. Oh boy.
A lot of pressure top lane. Everyone's starting to move up. If I were the Warwick, I would go get that free dragon myself, but it looks like he wants to prioritize the safety of his team. So he's walking up here and making sure that nobody gets killed. They don't really have vision on this top side of the map either, so he's a little bit curious as to what's going on. Finds the Sona.
Oh! Oh! Big damage! Big damage! Psych. Psych. Didn't get the last prop. He really wants it really bad. The stun gonna hit. Ezreal's gonna finish him off. Okay, you're playing with fire here. Whoa, that was a really long jump range. Infinite Duress gonna get the kill there. Gonna pick it up. Ezreal gonna do some damage here. Warwick staying alive. Warwick sustained, but Ezreal gonna pick it up and get out. Oh, the Ignite picks him up on the backside. And Karma's gonna get that red buff transfer.
And I think Sona just 1v1 the Xayah. I do not know how that happened.
If anybody in the stream saw that happening, let us know. I don't want to have to rewind here and miss any of the action.
Yeah, that's fine.
Crescendo hits. Galio following up Justice Punch. Gonna be able to pick up that kill on the Karma. Oh my goodness.
I mean, the Sona before that 1v1 was 3-3-5.
Sona does have Lich Bane,
itemization
almost.
lead. Xayah doesn't have any items really in her, full items. So I can see how Sona wins that fight. She's probably ahead in gold as well. Yeah, Sona has 6,200,
yes,
and Xayah only has 4,600, so about 2,000. Yeah, that's a lot of gold. That's almost half an item there, and so I can see how the Sona wins that, especially with her Q poke.
Warwick is back. Flash Fear. Are they going to try and pick up one? They are going to try and pick up one. Ryze needs to stick with him. Oh, Ryze was scared of the Tibbers when they came down. There was no stun, though. And Annie's going to escape. Warwick paying for it again. This guy is trying to put the team on his back right now.
I really like seeing strong junglers like that, making good decisions, being in the right place. I think what he wants to do still was to go bottom and get that dragon, but he's sticking around and helping his team get kills.
Oh boy. Xayah gonna try and lock up the Galio. But Ryze needs that root to come back up again. Come on, Room Prison. Room Prison. Gets the speed boost. Room Prison, flash play. Xayah gonna Blade Caller. Not gonna hit onto the Galio though. Gonna get the Sona instead. Death Sentence will help that out.
We'll see if they stick around and get some objectives here. They are able to get top turret with the Galio basing, but instead, look at that. Xayah, Thresh moving bottom, and Ryze himself having to push by himself. If Thresh and Xayah had stayed, they were able to get top turret. I don't think Ryze is
Warwick?
able to get
Oh, Warwick dies.
Warwick going down.
Alright. Warwick probably getting tilted now, guys. Probably getting tilted. He's probably ripping his hair out.
He was on his side of the jungle. Now that Sejuani and Galio are on that inhibitor turret, we're going to see if they get it. Probably not with the Thresh and Karma showing up.
Wow, there's just, I don't know. I mean, I really want this Warwick to be rewarded for what he's been doing in this game, but
right.
It doesn't really look like it's going to be that way. It looks like it's going to be one of those I couldn't carry my team games.
And the problem was, okay, so this happens a lot in solo queue, especially low elo solo queue. Ryze, Thresh, and Xayah were top after the Warwick helped them get some kills. They didn't get the turret, right? Thresh and Xayah end up moving mid for nothing, and Ryze ends up facing for nothing. And so after you get kills like that, you really want to make sure, especially as a solo queue player, that you see, okay, I have this power play. I know Galio is going to back. I know we have we killed someone. We have this power play. We should just take top and push it. And now they're on their heel, on the defensive, defending this inner turret in the mid lane.
They do have a good amount of wave clear, but I think they're waiting. Both junglers waiting in the wings here. They do see each other. Sejuani going to be able to land a bola stun here. Oh, that sentence is going to land. They're all going to stack up, though. And he's going to be able to get some damage out. Galio going to come in with Hero's Entrance. Winds of War and Justice Punch. Going to hold the turret. Ezreal going to jump in there. Going to pick up a double kill. About to be a triple kill in a second. Going to live through the Ignite and the tower hit. Almost a quadra? No. Sejuani's going to pick that one up. They pick up the turret. Woo! And going to get this one.
So the problem not only of, giving... Okay, well...
Wow, that's a surrender. Wow. Okay.
League of Legends at the end of the day is all about pressure. When you get a kill top lane as Ryze, Thresh, and Xayah and don't end up getting the turret, what ends up happening is the enemy team gets to respond and create pressure elsewhere on the map. If they were able to take that top turret, I believe those minions would have been pushing against the other top turret by that point, and someone from that mid onslaught would have had to back and go deal with it. What that means is they can't be mid in the first place, and it would have mitigated that situation entirely. So I think that was, this ripple effect of these decision-making abilities from a lot of players. Okay, we got to kill. We should get something else for it. Isn't really happening in this game, and because of that, they end up taking the loss because there's not enough pressure on the map for them to deal with, for Yordle Extraction Squad to deal with. So they just group up mid and just win the game.
Yeah, I mean, Ezreal at that point was gigantic and
huge.
It's really nice to see, Warwick trying to do the same thing on the other side. But when you're dragging your team through the game at that point, and it doesn't look like, as you were saying, most of the time they don't know what they're supposed to be doing on the map. Not just fighting and killing. Like, they don't know what they're supposed to be taking, what they should be doing with their time. There's a lot of wasted movement, and we had a 20-minute game, and you're seeing a larger gold lead than what we saw in the previous game, which was 30 minutes, and we thought that was bad.
Right.
That's woo.
Yeah, a lot of these damage charts are also showing that Yordle Extraction Squad did have strength on their side. Sona doing the most amount of damage in the game because of the fact that she got ahead so early. But, I mean, there's still ways to mitigate that, right? Like, there's still a lot of decision-making that you could do mid-game in order to make sure that the game is prolonged. It's because if you're losing that badly, you see that the enemy team has a lot of damage. What you want to do is push those side lanes, get them soft pushing, get them so that in positions where they can't really get into a position to fight you or skirmish you or catch you out. And because of the fact that those turrets remained, that they didn't have pressure on the map, it allowed Yordle Extraction Squad to use the damage that they already had with their itemization and just end up pushing and killing and taking the game.
Yeah, it was, boy, that was a really, really fast game, and they played it very, very fast.
I really did like the Warwick play there though, and I was happy to see you rooting for him because he was doing so much work. I mean, in some of these games, you're going to lose some of these games, right? Like, you have a 0-4 and a 0-6 Xayah, and not only that, the two of them couldn't, really come back from feeding that many kills, not only in terms of damage, but also in terms of mentality. They weren't really focused on taking objectives and thinking, okay, what can we do to win this game? Yeah, we're behind. Yeah, we're not doing so hot. But what can we be doing in order to make sure that we win this game? And you know what? Late game, Ezreal, Annie, isn't that big of a deal. If you're Xayah, you're going to scale a lot better. If you're Thresh, you can get some great picks that might help you win the game. And so there's no reason to be discouraged. I think what ends up happening, especially for a lot of low elo solo queue players, is not only do you lose your lane in terms of damage, but you also lose that mentality and that focus and that discipline that you need to have in order to make sure you win games like this. And so I think that's kind of what happened on the side of Xayah and Thresh here. Not only did they get demolished in lane, but they also got demolished IRL. Mentality was completely gone. Morale was gone. And so you end up making bad decisions like that.
No, yeah, you're right. It becomes that where, as I said, even the Warwick, who was trying his best, as you can see, he just eventually you try too hard. You try too hard. And it's already gone.
Yeah, he did go bottom lane and sort of was like, okay, he put his hands up, was all, against his turret, trying to defend, and ends up getting killed for it. And that's kind of also a pivotal point there because he was taken off the map. The rest of Yordle Extraction Squad got to make movements elsewhere and not have to deal with this Warwick, who was absolutely demolishing in these skirmishes. So as the jungler, I think he did the best that he could, and I can foresee him with that kind of play style and that kind of movement and decision making, getting to Diamond eventually. But the rest of them, I mean, they really have to focus on their mentality in terms of what they need to do in order to win games like this.
Yeah, it always takes that second to look back and see and go, hey, you know what? We could have done this. We could have done that. And that's fine to do. That's fine to do for everybody who's watching. And yes, Cab, wow, super one-sided. Yeah, for anybody who's watching, it's very much that where it's okay to do that. You wait until you're out of the game to do that stuff, because what happens is people will do that in the game and they'll say, well, you should have done this. You should. It's fine. Just wait. It's gone. The game is over. Then you go, all right. So what could we have done? And then you analyze it, so you don't do it again. But once a play happens, it's gone. When you get hooked up on that, a play that's happened 5 minutes ago, you're not focusing on what you need to be doing, which is thinking ahead. Okay, so what are we gonna do in 2 minutes? What are we gonna do in 3 minutes? 10 minutes? Like, start setting up. Stop worrying about what happened and that you can't rewind the game. Oh
Yep,
boy.
yep.
Oh boy. Let's see. Yeah, well, we did a lot of damage. 10K. He did more than everybody on his team. Almost as much as Ezreal. That was a good amount. All right, let's see.
Yeah, you're right.